Now what else could you use with your newfound knowledge and some Allen wrenches? Well, you know, these used to be loose. And that's kind of a slick design, huh? But there's a set screw on the back. Can you see it? Up against the mirror. There's a set screw right back in there. And this was loose. There's also a set screw right there. And that, if this part gets floppy, set screw there, because all of these were loose in the house. This was loose right there. The toilet papers were loose. These were all loose. And this one tightens up here. There's a set screw right there, and there's also a set screw right there to keep it up against the wall. If the part against the wall was loose, you'd have to obviously loosen up the set screw enough, pop this off, and then you can make adjustments and tighten this and put a plastic anchor in there or do something there. And so I checked all that out. I didn't even realize there was a set screw right there. But usually you can find ways to tighten everything up. This is all nice and tight before, because people were pulling the toilet paper off or leaning on this, and it's only set right there. Okay. And what else did I tighten up? Even the towel bars. See, the towel bars have your little set screws too. There's some down there. Those were loose because I lifted on this and this was flopping around a little bit, and so I checked that out. What else? Where else can you do it? Here's another towel ring that was loose, and I fixed that. Where else did I use an Allen wrench? I used an Allen wrench on this handle. This handle was loose. And see, it's already flopping. It looks like I might have to tighten it again. See there? Look at that. Look at that. This one, I'm gonna have to, see there? Look how loose that is. And if you're thinking, oh, I don't know how to fix that, I'll have to call a door company. You look underneath it, and lo and behold, there's another Allen set screw right there. So see that? I'm gonna wager that one's loose. And that's why this whole thing is wobbling, especially this, see there? That gets looser and looser, it'll fall off. And in fact, it did fall off on one of the doors, and I was like, oh brother, do I have to call a locksmith and have him come out here, take the whole thing apart to tighten that up? No, just get your Allen wrench out. In fact, before we finish this video, let me find an Allen wrench screw and see if I can't do it. And I happen to have the right size because I had those two sets. It was not standard. I fit a standard one in there, and it was almost ready to tighten, but I could tell it was sloppy. I went to the next size and the standard wouldn't fit. So if you only had standard for this particular lock, you couldn't tighten it up. But because I have the metrics, I found the right size. See how loose it was? Look at that. And so before I tighten it, I want to push on this. And see this, I can get that loose, but I want to, and if it's slightly loose away from there, I can push it in tight. Came off. Push it in tight. Now I can tighten it. Boy, how far it was. Hear that? Look at that. Nice. Nice and snug as a bug in a rug. It still has a little bit of slop, but it's not because of the handle. It's popping up and down. It's the rod that goes in there. But the handle is nice and snug onto the actual rod because of that Allen wrench screw. And there's also one on the outside. See, that one clicked once because that one's already tight. It's that inside one that's been getting loose. So I got to keep an eye on that. And next time it's loose, I get my Allen wrench back out, because we use this door all the time. And sometimes, lots of times, we have to raise up on the door, lift up on the door to close it, because this is such a heavy door, and it's got locking little pins on the side of it, and it has to latch a certain way to get in there, so we can throw the bolt in and then lock it and all that kind of stuff. And see, here's another Allen screw on the side of that, and it's actually a smaller one, and I think it's okay. But I'm gonna get the next size, see if I can't tighten that. See, seems as though I'm right here. I'll just see if I can tighten that too. I haven't even tried this yet. I've got the next size down, and look at that. That was loose. Tighten it that way and give it one more little turn. Look at all that. Okay, that's way better too now. Good. See, the beauty of your Allen wrenches, you got to get a set, and make sure you get both metric and standard. Thank you, Mr. Allen Wrenches. You really helped me out for that project. I'm so glad I had you. Mark that one off our list. That's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.